Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jordan Taylor. Tragedy in the village of Marouge after a terrible accident between a train and this demolished car. The stormy weather caused a scare this morning after this huge tree fell on this city bus. Now, you know, ordinarily I wouldn't complain about a mild day, but I am getting torn up out here by the mosquitoes that are buzzing around here. What this event means is fun. Fans and drivers can now experience a racetrack in their own backyards. A West Monroe police officer tells us when he approached Lee Joyner Bridge here in Monroe, the man had already taken off his shirt and shoes and jumped overboard. 20-year-old Alex Mayfield's face is injured so badly that he doesn't want to be seen in public right now. Deputies say it was a heated argument that turned violent when someone pulled out a gun and started shooting. 3 people were hit, and now 2 men are in jail. After a long and sometimes nasty campaign, Monroe Mayor Jamie Mayo says he's ready to put it all behind him. In this week's series of Staying Connected, we introduce you to a student from the Philippines who hasn't seen his mother in 14 years. That story coming up tonight at 6.
What Facebook is, I couldn't care less.
It's not social networking that interests Dixie D. She spends her days writing at a computer nicknamed Mr. Scrambled Brain.
He's not only scrambled his brain, he's scrambled my brain.
Despite frequent frustrations with computer viruses, Dee says she couldn't imagine living without it.
They can come and take my cook stove. I don't want to cook anymore. And they can take everything else, but don't touch my computer.
This all started 12 years ago while Dee was saving up money in her Folgers coffee can to bury herself. But buzz about the internet inspired her to use that savings and put it down on something that was completely foreign to her.
If a www.com is out there, I want my www.com.
Since then, Dee has made her dream of becoming a writer a reality. She's paid to have 7 books printed.
Most of my books I have given away. I sell a few and I give them away. But I have so much ego, I think the world is waiting to get to read me.
Dee says an ego is key to achieving dreams.
As long as you have breath in your body, you have just enough ego and spirit to say, I can do. But now some people just give up and say, oh, I'm 55, I can't do anything anymore.
Old age is something Dee has never been afraid of, and she's charmed when others call her younger than what she is.
The paper in Natchitoches had that I was 100 and just 100. That was flattering, and I appreciate that. But actually, I'm 101. Thanks to the good drink.
In Natchitoches Parish, Jordan Taylor, KNOE 8 News.
They started just beating his head on the ground, even though he was unconscious. And I don't think that's right. I don't think child should go through that.
Angela Magruder's 18-year-old son, DeMarleo Michael, remains in critical condition. His family says Michael was celebrating Halloween with friends Monday night when an argument started at a house on Louisiana Street. Witnesses say the alleged attacker, who was white, yelled that the young black men were trespassing.
My little cousin was walking out texting with the phone, and he didn't know he was coming. All he know he was laid out in the ditch. He hit him in the back of the head with a gun.
But what hurt me was, you know, for them to just knock him out and then just hit his head on the ground and he unconscious.
Dustin Harvey was arrested Monday night and charged with second-degree battery. However, Magruder believes that this wasn't just a fight between 2 boys. She, along with others in the neighborhood, say the violent act was a hate crime.
Yeah, I think it was a racist act because when he did it, he said white power.
These pictures from Harvey's Facebook page leads the family to further believe that the attack was inspired by hate. Harvey posted bail shortly after being arrested Monday, and Magruder says it's just not fair.
He shouldn't have been able to post bond. And my son's laying up there with his brain swollen and bleeding from the head.
In Tallulah, Jordan Taylor, KNOE 8 News. It was a devastating sight off Highway 165 North in the village of Marouge.
I seen a baby, then the lady leg was hanging out the car.
First responders blocked the street as they tried to revive people trapped inside a minivan after it was struck by a train.
Around noon today, we had 3 individuals leaving a local business here just in Marouge. They were crossing the railroad tracks when their vehicle collided with the train.
The collision crumbled this green minivan. Police say the train was traveling southbound at 49 miles per hour.
The debris you see is from the vehicle. You know, the point of impact is several yards behind us, and they were in downtown Marouge before they could get the train stopped.
Unfortunately, the driver and her pregnant sister were pronounced dead after they were pulled from the vehicle.
They had to use equipment to extricate the 2 adults out of the vehicle.
There is only one survivor from this tragic accident, an infant child that was quickly rushed to the hospital.
I could see the baby was started breathing. Then they put it in the ambulance and they pulled off.
The last report we had, the child's at Morehouse General Hospital.
When you want to know more, turn to the station you've trusted for almost 60 years, KNOE 8 News.